Hey. What's up, everyone? This is Jeremy, founder of QuickMail.io.
And this is Jack, Chief Lead Generation Officer at salesbread.com. Today, we've got a teardown.
That's the one.
Jeremy's rocking and rolling today. I love it. That's right. We got a teardown. Once in a blue moon, I will get a cold email worthy of the podcast. Not all from Jeremy's inbox, so I'm happy to share a cold email series, 4 parts to be complete, with you listener today. And we're going to go through it. It's actually a pretty darn good one. And you may even, you may be ready to just copy paste in a template kind of format, see if it helps you out.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
But first, quick word from our sponsors, because today most B2B companies lack the time or expertise to turn those cold prospects into warm sales qualified leads that care about your offer. So at salesbread.com, we'll bring you one lead every day, Monday through Friday, by sending ultra personalized cold emails and LinkedIn messages on your behalf. So you don't have to worry about prospecting or list building, personalization, expert copywriting, outreach strategies, sales follow-ups, reply handling, and everything in between. So if that sounds interesting, take a deeper look at salesbread.com, check out our content, and maybe even hit that contact button and get in touch.
Yeah, you should definitely do that. We know it's hard to scale. Agencies and scaling cold outreach in general. So keeping track of all the inbox and their sending reputation is an absolute nightmare. And meanwhile, you're worrying about getting good results for your clients. So, it's very difficult. Then support usually is unhelpful and the tool keeps breaking. So that's why today, most of the, biggest cold email agency in the world choose QuickMail. It's an absolute no drama. It just works. And you can scale your business without worrying that things will break while you're sleeping. So if your operation is looking for the most robust, flexible email tool, I must have repeated that 6 times already. But anyway, head over to QuickMail.io and start a trial, or even better, contact support and just ask them for a demo. That's it.
That's a well said pitch. Let's go ahead and put 10 minutes on the clock.
Yes.
Now that you know all about QuickMail.io, you can safely say you're no longer living under a rock. I'll share my screen and let's get straight to it. I know. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. All right. It's podcast day. We're all in a good mood. All right. Says, quick question for you, Jack. Yeah.
Is that your name?
Hi, Jack. That's my name. They got it. Nailed it. Okay. Hi, Jack. Glad to see what Mike Lonnie at Direct Tech Labs says about SalesBread. You must have given them amazing results.
Did you?
Chris from Company. Yeah. Chris from Company. They're on my homepage testimonial. Rocked it. Chris from Company, parentheses, top company type in US, achieved results last week using our tool. Can I send you a loom on how he did it? Thanks, signature. By the way, a lot of this is grayed out, but it's kind of nice because it's already in template form.
That's right.
And the second line here, they're saying this company is among the top of a particular kind of company here in the US, and they got a particular result, right, using our tool. So can I send you a loom on how we did it?
Chris from...
a top architecture firm in the US achieved a 12% reduction in build costs last week using our estimating tool. That's all.
That's awesome, so, man. You're doing it so well. Crazy. Can I give you a random industry and then you do it again, like hairdresser?
Yeah, sure.
What would you do?
Yeah, sure. Chris from Hairdressing Inc., one of the top hairdressers in California, achieved 12 times the number of haircuts given last week using our ultra fast clipper tool.
Brilliant, man. You're just awesome. Okay.
This is great. It's one of my strengths. Okay, let's start at the top, Jeremy. Let's start at the top. Okay. Subject is quick question for you. Help us out. Good, bad. Do we care?
I think they did a good job. It was a quick question. It wasn't like a long email. So to me, kind of fill the contract.
It's fine, but I'll say in all of my consults, if I see this, I'm going to recommend something else, because when I see quick question in 2023, we know it's a cold person that we do not know. So I'd recommend
what would we do?
Question mark. Or even mentioning, if it's haircuts given, that's not the worst subject line. And I want it to be about you know what I mean? Don't telegraph that this is a cold email in the subject line. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
No, I do agree. I think it's been slightly overused. I'm just thinking like, what could we actually do for this one? Maybe it'll be loom ?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Or
or what, like if it was haircuts given or like build cost that
build cost,
Chris
I like it.
was able to reduce a build cost by 5%. I might use build cost and send that to engineers. That's something they have to
I
worry
love
about
it.
every week.
Yeah,
What's the
I
build
love it.
cost? So that's where I would have
Would you put
preferred
a
to
question
see
mark
this.
at the end? Maybe we're spending too much time on this, right?
I probably would, Jeremy. Everything I'm seeing about question mark says it helps with curiosity.
Yeah, I think so too.
probably would. I probably would. All right.
Okay, cool.
So let's
move
work
on.
with that. And then it says, here's like, personalization, neat, but I knew this was done by AI when I read the second line. You must have given them amazing results. What
Yeah.
the heck? What? Okay, but a human probably wouldn't say that. And I would have loved just one line here. But in a perfect world, can I be picky? I would have liked it to say like, we're reaching out to, I don't know, agencies that are at a certain caliber. This testimonials, something that connects it, but I'm getting picky. Right. Can we talk call to action? And then
brilliant. I love the call to action.
Yeah. And I send you a loom on
how he did it. It's not like, can I waste your time with a video? It's like, actually, can I show you? Like, if it's interesting to you. That's cool. I like it.
And
my personal thing that I don't like is whenever I see something like that, it's like, why didn't you shoot it and send it to me first? That sort of thing. So I think we did a teardown recently when the guy actually did the outreach through Loom.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
So I like this one a bit better, but of course, it wasn't super personalized, but yeah.
I will say this cold email was good enough where I didn't touch it intentionally to see the caliber of the follow-ups, and I'm glad I did. With that, let's take a look at just under 5 minutes here. Okay. Follow-up one reads, and by the way, this is three days later. Good morning, Jack. Sharing the secret sauce, how our feature helped Chris. So kind of connecting the dots from that first message. And they just spelled out benefit 1 did that, benefit 2 did this, and benefit 3 did that. All this for the price of 5 burgers only. Interested in giving it a shot. Thanks. We don't see this kind of
I like it.
Pricing. You like
Usually
it.
it's with coffee, right? Say for the price of 1 coffee a day or whatever, that sort
You're
of
right.
thing.
You're right.
But
okay, so you
funny.
like it. Tell me what's going on here. Why do we like the pricing?
I think it's different. If everyone was using burger, then I would be like, but yeah. What about you?
It makes me wonder, is pricing really the main objection at this point? Is that why I'm not replying? Feels premature.
Fair point.
Feels premature.
It almost feels like a benefit, like, hey, our software is not expensive. Like,
what I would have done, I think I'm with you, Jeremy. This is a cool way to say it's not that expensive, but save this for like the third or fourth touch, because I promise you're not losing people because they're assuming it's overpriced or something. At least that's what I gather. Okay.
I like.
Interested in giving a shot. Now the call to action is kind of it's like a trial, but not explicitly. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, well, first of all, is the first call to action is like, can I send you a Loom video? The second one is like, they spill the beans by just saying what was in the video, which I think is really a cool thing. Then the third one would have been interesting to sort of introduce maybe the next one type of thing, right? Here's like, it's almost like I'm running out of call to action. Are you interested? Or please tell me now.
Sure.
Are you interested now?
We give credit for mixing up the CTA, and that's true. We love to see that. Okay, so
but I probably have to say something along the line of can I do you a private tour?
Better.
right? Or
Absolutely
something like
better.
that.
Yeah.
It's nicer. It's like it's more like the hesitation is more like, oh, I don't want to sort of like go through all that new things, and it's like, well, can I make it simple for you? Like, hey, can I
There
do
you
you
go.
a private tour of it and show you how for your own maybe product or for your own website that could be quite cool.
Because what are you doing there? You're taking some of the cost away from that
Correct.
prospect. You're making it easier. The slippery slope, as Joseph Sugarman would describe it. Just make it easy for the next step and the next step, etc. I think doing the free trial ask, I would have loved to see that paired with like, hey, I'll hook you up with an extended trial. Hey, I'll make it
Yes,
so
make some value.
obvious. Just let me hook it up for you. Okay, next. Follow up number 2. This is email 3 in total. Good morning, Jack. Third time's a charm. Here's a link to the video I was talking about. Okay, and here's the Loom video that I would have requested had I said yes to email 1. Now it says, if the video made sense, let's connect on a call. And then here's a
Oh, now it's a
Calendly,
call. They're raising up their call to action. Next, they're gonna ask for your credit card, right?
which shouldn't probably,
It's the other way around.
it's the other way around, right? Like if you didn't succeed the first time, back it off, just get the foot in the door here.
Come on now, send me those numbers.
Yeah. I'm tempted. If I rephrase this slightly,
Yeah,
if the video made sense, would you be open to connect on a call? Question mark.
like it.
A little easier. I don't have
Hmm.
to click and think about my schedule. A little easier.
Okay.
Thoughts on sharing the Loom on the third step? Do you think it's pretty cool?
Definitely something worth trying, but like I mentioned, I would have loved to have it straight away on the first one, right? As I don't know, maybe it's like keeping suspense, but is that really to your benefit to keep suspense? If the video is so good and convert, why do you leave it to step 3? Right now, I'm like doubting, like from just looking at the campaign, I'm doubting the video is converting very well or is even that interesting. So maybe people are
Okay.
converted by something else. Maybe some of the
Fair.
benefits you highlighted.
Okay. 17 seconds left. Let's check out the final
Ooh.
touch. Follow up 3, email 4. Hi, Jack. Thought I'd reach out again with a testimonial from a client we recently helped. And then there's like an image of a testimonial. Call to action repeats. Can we get on a quick call?
What do you think of that?
I would never ask a quick call on the 4th touch. Like it's not a Hail Mary, but you need an engagement or else you lose the prospect. So why don't you ask a far easier one? Is blank a priority is a great example for this kind of CTA at this deep in the campaign.
Same, and I love to actually say this quarter or like give some sort of time frame because it gives you the opportunity to be able to do it again in the future, like maybe the next quarter you reconnect with them.
Yeah, I know we're at time, but this would have been interesting to, instead of going testimonial. And by the way, the testimonial image had some like details of the tool, but I may have liked to have addressed a pain point here of like, what happens if this isn't solved? Would they still be maybe paying too much? And that's where the 5 burger thing comes in.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
then
I
it's
like
like
the
worth
idea.
looking into to potentially drop the expense of X. I would have liked
If
that.
if prices is really your play, maybe you could reach out after 5 months and say, hey, look, you could have saved 60 100 burgers by then or whatever. Well, like, I'm just I'm just kidding.
I like that.
But it's like, yeah, it's like, hey, look how much you could have saved if you would have replied to my first email, you bastards, whatever. It's funny. Don't do that at all,
No,
guys.
yeah, it was all perfect until the explicit word. But you're right. You're right. It's an interesting follow-up campaign. Overall, I think, Jeremy, you'd agree this was a
It's
good
pretty good.
email not to reply to, so we could see the whole sequence just because we're
100%.
true blue cold email nerds. But with a few modifications, I do think you, listener, can copy paste this as a template to test out. At least the first 2 touches, absolutely worth a test if you haven't experimented with really short cold emails.
Yeah, do exactly what Jack said, and listen to his comments about how to modify it and improve it. And then I think definitely that would be a home run for sure.
Yeah, good starting point. And if you like the conversation, if you think we're a couple of good cold email folks to follow, check out course.quickvale.io, where you can get a whole lot more from this conversation, including mindset, copywriting hacks, list building, and everything in between.
And
Thanks, Joey.
and your baby dying
I
behind. Yeah. All right. Have fun, Jack.
True. Thank you, Joey. Okay. Bye now.